How's everybody feeling? What a day. Dang. We really ran today. Um, Many of us expected a 50 plus close. I did not anticipate a 50 plus close. I did think it would have a little bit of a, an incremental amount more of a close, but I was not at all disappointed. I think that personally, we're just entering, the foot of this ginormous bull run that is not financial advice whatsoever. Um, yeah. So ultimately, um, I think we need to be really careful on what we do in terms of like what we believe and what we hear here with what's kind of going to happen this week. A lot of people have said, every time we run, the media really attacks us, and I think that that's a fact. And I was just on a really good space call, and they were talking about. Oh, sorry, you can't hear me. You can't hear me, right? Tell me if you can hear me now, Ron. Just let me know if you can hear me correctly. Let me get this straight. Can you hear me now? Cookie, what's up? You woke back up. Yeah, let's get busy here. Um, I want to discuss a couple things. Ultimately, they're gonna attack us. They're gonna say, hey, you guys, you should sell. It ran up to 70, and you should sell now. It runs up to 60. You should sell now. They're gonna keep hitting us with that, I think, and that makes sense to me. Um, it is what it is. How you guys doing? I haven't figured out the bit rate on Streamlabs, so I'm just gonna do the lives like this for just a little bit, and I'll go over some very interesting points. Yeah. So I looked at the chart a lot today at work. I even tweeted it out a sec. When you look at the candles here, they were really trying to wave us and kind of spook us there at like the 40. Let's see what we did. At let's see what time it is. At 12 o'clock, like the 45 range. They tried to spook us back down to that 45 range, but we just freaked out on them and jumped right back up 46.50 across that threshold, and now we're touching 47 30s and change. 48.50 in my opinion is the danger zone. That's a scary fucking place if you're a short seller. Why is my mic getting covered up? I don't feel like it's getting covered up. Is it? What the fuck? I can never get this shit right. I'm not a tech genius. It is what it is. Yeah. Yeah, maybe some bananas if you think if you can hear me clearly. Yeah, what the fuck was going? Like, that was crazy. I was so excited to just see a lot of like green on the gate. I love it when I'm up with the cart and then it's just like boom, it just starts coasting. It's so fun to see that. I think you know what I'm saying. How's everyone feeling though? Talk to me. Tell me all three of you apes how you feel. Oh, what the fuck? Am I on Bluetooth? Hold on a second, man. I'm a. Hold on. Tell me if it's fixed. Yo, tell me if it works now. What the fuck? Yo, hold on a second. Let's try this again. Who's still here? Let's go. Let's get right back into it. I don't know if that starts a whole nother new stream though. Let's see. Stream still on? Give me some bananas if this shit's actually working. You motherfuckers never let me know if you're still here. With my rookie streaming ass. I can see. I'm watching the replay. Hey, who's in here then? There we go. Headstock Harem, what's good? There we go. Anyways, thank you so much, Leetard. Stonka Tracker. Stonka Tracker. Once again, I'm going to say this. I do not technically believe that necessarily Ortex or Stonka Tracker are very accurate reporting sources. Not saying they're devious or deceptive. I just think that they're late. You know what I'm saying? I just think they're late. Personally. Even if they're not late, how can you have all the data on something that could be short sold, millions and millions and billions times over? How do you have the fucking correct data? Like, what kind of shit is that? Why do I even bother with that stuff? But we'll have fun with it and go to it as the most relevant current source. Yada, yada, yada. 950,000 shares available to borrow on AMC. Where? That's super funny. 31,950 ETF shares available to borrow currently on AMC. Okay, then. 48,018 calls expiring September 10th at $50. 18,465 of those calls are in the money, apparently. So yeah, as of September 8th, once again, 950,000 available shares. How is there AMC shares available? This is not financial advice, but come on. Oh, fuck, man. Yeah, so the calls, the calls to put ratio is really interesting always. A lot of people put a lot of weight in that, and that makes sense. They say that the options chain is kind of like the conductor of the stock market, of the stock. But once again, when we're only at X amount of percentage of the stock being traded on a lit market, how do we actually know what's going on? If any given day, 55 to 75% of the transactions are happening in the dark pool, how can we really get a grasp of what is really happening on the lit market? That's why we're seeing so much vying with the SEC and with different government bodies to try to get things and payment for order flow out of here so that we can get things on the lit market. Canadian brokerages aren't allowed to work on payment for order flow, by the way. That's American led things like that. And it does lead to a lot of, whether it's legal or not, it leads to a lot of deception and manipulation in the stock market, and that's now become proven. As I look at certain days, it's very random in which times calls are in the money, or maybe it's not. Everything's mathematics, so we could say that it works in cycles. But, I was talking with somebody today, one of my good friends, and, with the options chain, they really tried to trap a lot of people at the $40 strike price within a window there, that window that seems like it could never kind of get over that $40 strike price. And kind of one of my theories on that is that's how they're using and baiting certain retail individuals to think, obviously it's going to hit 40 by Friday this week. Obviously it's going to hit 50 by Friday. That's why me personally, I don't really dabble in that market with close in the money options. This is not financial advice. I just kind of buy shares, especially in the super volatile stuff. I might look at some options way out, January, February. I might look at some options out there. Shout outs to all the options players that do well in that, because that's a really vicious game and I'm just learning it. But yeah, shout outs to you. But that's just my theory on that. Never financial advice. TMI's baby mama. I just read this TMI's baby mama. Amazing handle. I'm going to screenshot that for him. My fear is that we spike and I hold. Will more shorts start to cover, or will I have to watch my P&L go down in the next? But you know what? You gotta do your own thing there. My personal theory, once again, never financial advice. I'll never tell you guys when to sell. I think I'm talking too loud. My personal theory is that it's going to happen in increments, and it's going to take a long time. It's going to take days, weeks, months for this algorithmic computer to grab all of the sell limits that have been, or sell amounts that have been there. It could take so long. Why would it just take one bleep? This isn't just Porsche, Volkswagen, the German government, and a few tables of investors. This is millions and millions and millions of people internationally with hundreds of institutions that use algorithmic and, these trading systems, high frequency trading systems, trying to unravel insanely large web of deception that, if you were to use it as a string, wraps around the world, lots and lots of times. So I'm not going to panic during what I consider the MOAS.
I'm going to wait until I'm comfortable with the price that I like and I see, because my interpretation of it personally is that they're going to tell me that, the media is going to tell me that it's at the top at every different stage. I've set my Yahoo price alerts at ridiculous levels. I've reset my Yahoo price alerts to 100, 1,000, 2,000, 4,000, 5,000, 10. I've set my price alerts at insane ways. I'm that person that feels like it can go really, really parabolic and astronomical. I've been in it for a long time. I don't advise you to do anything but your own DD and find a target for yourself. What you said there, TMI's baby mom, also think about like this. Did you get a bit of euphoria when you saw it? Were you in it when it was at 70 something and change? The euphoria was there for all apes, whether you were buying at FOMO at that stage or you've been in it since pre-January. But when it starts going back down, you just ask yourself, do you feel like that was as much as it was going to go to? Or do you think it's going to possibly go higher? For me, I feel it's going to go so much higher than that I don't even worry about these price realms. I just try to look and see if I can accumulate more AMC shares, because that's been how I've been doing it from the get-go. And it's worked for me in terms of accumulation. And since I've bought early, I do have a dollar cost average that allows me to see quote unquote profit in my portfolio at a large amount. But I know there's lots of people that aren't in that same position, that have bought most of their shares at 50, 60, 70. And in my opinion, that's okay. I think, most people got into this stock looking for a much larger price point. Personally, in the retail kind of ape community, people with individual accounts, I won't speak for large mass institutions that are buying hundreds and thousands of these shares in one pull, but now we're starting to see government funds buy retirement funds. I could look at the F13 again. I'd be interested to do that. I'll bring that up actually. And if you guys aren't sure what the F13 is, that is where these filings on fintel.io, you can see the filings that are made with AMC purchases in large quantities, being whether it's an institution, somebody who really who has got a lot of guapole, aka a lot of money, can buy these shares. And so the top dogs for AMC traditionally, yes, have been BlackRock, Vanguard, Silver Lake, Mudrick Capital, Fudrick Capital, and there's big stories around these groups when they sell or they buy at large amounts. Let's look at some of these things that are reported, because when they buy it immediately, it doesn't mean that it hits Fintel immediately in terms of the reporting data. But 313,957 shares at an average share price of $33.44 for Parametric Portfolio Associates LLC. 300,013,957 shares. The filing date for that was September 3rd. That's a lot of shares, man. Look at this one. Vanguard Total Stock Market Index Fund, a Vanguard conglomerate there. 13,931,635 shares. Do the math on that if it squeezes. They'll be like freaking, have you guys ever seen Blade Runner? They'll be like Wallace Corporation. Vanguard been splashing shares. And whether they're lending out those shares or not, to me is not really telling the whole story, BlackRock, and that's sure if they're lending them out. But, I highly doubt they're looking to drip them all out. And there's just some amazing things going on right now with the stock. I mean, it seems like everybody's got a piece of this thing, or wants a piece of AMC. It's absolutely crazy. I've never seen anything like this in my life, in any form or fashion. And I'm not here to shill you guys AMC. It's not about that. This is a really special time period in financial markets. I don't have the cheddar for AMC options. Sure, I mean, if you don't, do what you do. Hopefully squeeze soon. Daddy needs a new Escalade. You sound very ghetto. Headstock Harem, give me a code of where you're from, because choosing an Escalade when you're a multi, quote unquote, maybe millionaire is very, very hood, and I appreciate that. I like the Porsches myself. I appreciate your input. You're very welcome, TMI's baby mom. Let me get in through the chat here. Yes, when it hit 72, I was up 60K and didn't sell. It's just been hard on the next spike. And let's say I have 100K and don't grab when I'm not. Yeah, it's always tough to work and and play a position in the stock market with conviction, even with something as we feel is backed as AMC is. It's never easy to, like, I'm not gonna lie. It's always harder when you're up money. It seems like it's easier when you're down with something like AMC. But for me, I'm really apish and wild about this, and I think this is a very special thing. So for myself, I'm utilizing this as a once in a lifetime opportunity personally, and I don't expect anybody to jump on that boat with me. But yeah, I'm sailing. Sail. Blame it on my ADD, baby. Sail. I don't even know who does that. Anytime that song comes on, I'm tripping out. I think about AMC. Even though I believe it will go higher. Yeah, stressful, Having a lot of money on the line on anything is stressful. My annuity with my union carpenter is all in. That's interesting. Vanguard, very powerful corporations. These people are not playing around when it comes to their money and their big money. And these guys are in lots of different plays, lots of things. Got 7 people in the chat here. I really appreciate you guys here. I'm working towards, really just streaming more consistently. Working on getting my Streamlabs together and the bitrate for the camera on my laptop so it doesn't suck completely and be absolute trash. But yeah, I'm doing my thing, guys. I'm doing my thing. I'm enjoying it. I'm active on the Twitter and the Twitter community. I'm trying to be more active on Facebook. I like to collaborate and connect with my, I wouldn't say my clique, but all my people on YouTube. That's, TMI, I'm really good friends with, I think now I would consider that. Randall Cornett, Short the Vix, Jackson Hunter, these types of individuals. I want to work with a lot of other individuals as well, and kind of give my 2 cents on the stock and my interpretations of my own due diligence, as well as bring your guys' due diligence to the table too. I want to bring a voice for everybody too, and I know a lot of people do that, but I talk to a lot of people that are not big name personalities on social media sites, and they have a lot to say and a lot of really cool things that really translate. And to me, that's fucking awesome. So if you guys have ideas, if you're ever in my streams and you notice something that's abnormal or special, don't be afraid to speak it, because we don't know everything as these, like, quote unquote outspoken chatterbox media personalities. We're learning all the time. Like, if you guys, how many of you guys have seen that guy Astro, Sam? How many of you guys throw up 100 if you've seen Sam, that guy Astro's streams? What's up, Christopher? Yeah, throw up 100 if you've seen that guy's stuff, because I want to just give an example here of what goes on. Yeah, so you've seen it. Sorry, tilted that there. Thanks. So basically, that guy Astro, I won't take any of his DD and try to translate it here for likes. That's not what this is about. Brilliant young man, savant, mathematic mind. He got a lot of shade early because of his character, like as if he was some sort of monetary gain type individual. The guy's a genius. So he takes this cyclical theory and unravels it in a beautiful way, and makes it really legible, kind of goes into a zone. Yeah, Astro and Keith. Yeah, I'm going to get to the Keith part. That's okay, David, I understand. But what I'm saying is this is not pertaining to just that DD in general. It's that he, instead of trying to take everything like, look at me, he brought in that guy Keith, who seems to be just a real humble dude from the South or Midwest, and wasn't afraid to give that guy his platform to dig deeper into the DD that Astro and AMC Bigums and those guys were doing. So by doing that, it opens up a whole new world, and they discovered something that they saw in the algorithm through Keith's findings. Whether or not you believe this is 100% yourself and it changes anything of how you feel is not really the point I'm trying to make. The point I'm trying to make is with community, if you are open to giving other people a voice, amazing things can happen. And it's quite possible that those gentlemen have unraveled a code that is being spoken through the level 2 using basically like a Morse code of types at sell and buy orders. So don't tell me that even if that's just a possibility, that that's not amazing. And I give so much credit to those people that give people platforms to speak their mind. I'll give every one of you a platform to come on here in the chat and express to me what you feel is false, what you feel is correct, what you like to talk about, and not just me ranting. So once again, if you see a topic that you want to talk about, I'm going to touch it, I'm going to research it, I'm going to dig into it as much as I possibly can because I'm fascinated by this community. I'm fascinated by AMC. Yes, I'm fascinated by GameStop. And I'm fascinated by the fact that we could be in this place as a society, as a, you know, as an economic, you know, generation, so to speak. I know most of my viewership, I look at my viewership, most of it is between 30 years old and 50 years old. Most of it is male. I invite females. Please, ladies, you're brilliant. You always have such a grounded perspective, I think, compared to the testosterone. Young men, old men, young ladies, old ladies, whatever you are, come in here and let's get this rolling. This will never be a place where it's like cliquey or tries to be unique, you know, in that sense of a clique. This is just about the broad spectrum. He's dabbing with 3D charts too. Yeah, dabbling with 3D. $300 is the beginning of the squeeze, maybe you would say. Everybody, yeah, I love Jackson Hunter. That's my guy. I'm on for Is It a Buy channel. It'd be cool to get him out. Yeah, Is It a Buy? I'll reach out to that person eventually. I definitely like his vibe. He's very grounded. Jackson Hunter, awesome energy he brings. $300 is the, yeah. I think the squeeze, the MOAS, isn't really like starts at a numeric place. It just, if they even start to cover any of the short positions, we will notice. It'll just be more than just a 20% day. It'll be like a whoa, you know what I mean? It could happen pre-market, random time, probably when we least expect it, because I think every time we expect things to go on with this stock is when they try to take advantage of that and kick the can down the road and stretch their liquidity through other sources. Aaron Salentin, I like the heat you're bringing to that tonight, man. The economic revolution is here. AMC Stonk family hodl, this is our revolution against Wall Street. For some people, it's just an emotionless financial play. You know, for me, you know, I'll reserve what I say to that sense against particular, like the whole system itself. I'm not anti-stock market. I'm just anti-corruption. You know what I'm saying? So if you're a good dude and you're on Wall Street and you're part of some sort of fund and you guys decide to short some sort of company because it's trash and it's evil and it's not, you know, it's not any good, that doesn't have to completely leave. But to the hedge funds that are predatory and trying to destroy good people and American economics, something has to change. And you've had your time, you've had your run, and if the gig is up, the gig is up. You know, it's your choice to stay and continue with those practices. People can buy and choose the stocks that they like and choose. I've never told one person to buy AMC in my life. Nobody. I've never told one person to buy GameStop in my life. Not one person. All I do is tell them why I like what I'm doing. And it's up to them to do what they want with the information that's put in front of them. Yeah. So that's where I'm at with that. Absolutely crazy time in the markets. Big crypto dump today. Yeah. What's good? Hey, Jackson, what's good, man? He's in here. I was like, yeah, Jackson's cool. I didn't know he was actually in the chat. Yeah, just a great space call hosted by Kenna. I forget her Twitter handle, but they just had a great call going in there where they were not only explaining, you know, how liquidity is being used, the current state of AMC and GameStop, but that guy, Boss Maurice, he just does a great job of explaining how the market itself is so much deeper than what you could ever imagine, all the way from reverse repo to how world economics is being affected by the pressure and the marginal debt that has gone to a place that's way beyond 2008, way beyond the Great Depression. I mean, it's not only going to be a lineup for toilet paper kind of thing, you're going to see people lose their shirts. And I hope that you have compassion to the sense that not everybody that has their money posted up with these hedge funds is bad people. Some of them are just unknowing people, and there's a large chance that they just get the bag dumped on them, and to each their own. I just feel blessed and lucky that I found this stock in this community, and that I'm able to continually to find my own convictions and grab conviction from others in the community that just speak their own truths. And then here I am, accumulating AMC and some GameStop at kind of a rapid rate as they continue to kick the can down the road. For me, it just allows me to accumulate more of the shares. And that's kind of very interesting that their theory is working against them that way, because the psychological warfare that they try to implant with price action is actually having a negative effect on their long-term goal, because apes do not sell the stock, it seems, that they can try to put out any sort of data they want or any sort of mass manipulated media. Ultimately, all that happens is you got knuckleheads like me that'll just get another paycheck if they've done well, whether they haven't done well that month. Don't know what you guys do for a living, but in increments, I've been splashing AMC since March. So I'm not Sasquatch. I'm not pre-December 2021, 2020. I'm true ape status, which is like $8 and on. Sasquatch status, Harry and the Henderson status is like when you were like $1, $2, $3 type cats. Anyways, yeah, it's great. Wolf Knife, how you doing? Good to see you. Hey, love you too, Jackson. You're my guy forever. Carne asada fries and SD sometime, my brother. Maybe we'll hit up Roberto's. Hey, what's up, late night people? Yeah, Alex Blunt in here. AMC fixing to spew. Yeah, it's about to go. I've been in since January 28. Hey, shout outs to you, Alex. For us in my channel, it's never ever going to be a flexing how many shares thing. But I'm proud of everybody. I'm so happy for everybody that's seeing life-changing money. And I've had some conversations with people about what life-changing money means, depending on what you believe is life-changing money. For me, that's millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars for me to change my life and make it so I feel I can change the lives of those around me, because I'm not a selfish person. I think that I need to get enough money not only to help myself or my own family, but do good everywhere. And I'm not just saying that for likes or subs, but feel free to subscribe and like the channel. Yeah, I'm just happy I found it. Exactly, Alex. I tell myself that every day. I chuckle, especially when it goes on runs. I'm like, oh, I'll be at work like, oh my God, like this is so amazing. I may have like found, I found that I'm Charlie, and the chocolate factory's over there, and I got like 4 of the golden tickets, and when I was only supposed to have 1. Yeah, shout outs to all of you guys. Yeah, what do you guys, humanitarian? Yeah, man, doing good things, that's where it's at. I've decided not to do so many links on my YouTube channel as it grows, and just do a lot of humanitarian based stuff. I'm not saying I'll never monetize it, but I'm down to just like, give a lot of my money to charity. I do pretty well in life as a whole. Super chat. I don't know, Savvy. I'm not going to talk about anybody else or what their intentions are with what they're doing that way. I don't think we know any of these people to the core of them. I'm not knocking you. You're welcome to your own opinion. But I don't know any of these people to the core of them. But yeah, do you, and never let any personality tell you how to interpret or take anything. I can't stand it when people try to get into, these riffs about shit like that. If somebody riffs at me personally, it's going to be a different thing. If somebody riffs at my boy, yeah, I'm gonna say where I say without saying it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean. See, Moas is a different story. SoCal in the building. I don't live in Southern California anymore, but shout out to all my West Coast apes. You're probably on West Coast time if you're watching this, because it's pretty late East Coast time. But yes, thank you so much for coming in here, Wolf Knife. I really appreciate you. When I do the mod thing, I'll invite whoever wants to do any mods to mod. I haven't brought the charts up. I'm going to do the Streamlabs stuff with all the charts, and we're going to do the graphing. But I just want to start more grassroots while I have a good connection, kind of start growing, 100 to 200 people where we can talk and, just get to know each other, as a sub-community within the greater grand scheme of the ape community with no scheme. By scheme, I don't mean Ponzi. I just mean like, the whole thing. Yeah, gorillas, welcome. Gorilla animal savage. That's what I am. Yeah, I'm from a different era. How did I get so good at doing impressions? Well, I always find humans as such a diverse kind of creature in terms of nationality, personality types. You know how there's doppelgangers, there's like types of people, types of individuals. I've always studied that, and I've always tried to really enjoy the diversity that is mankind, womankind, all of our cultures, accents, foods, music, all the stuff that makes us special. I fucking love it. So I'm able to reiterate that because, like my dad, my dad is from Africa, so he talks a little bit like this. He was raised in Zambia, which is a colony, quote unquote, of the United Kingdom. So when he talks, he says everything in syllables, like recognize that the stock is heavily shorted. Shout out Milwaukee. Shout out Milwaukee, Wisconsin on your championship. You guys went beast on that. So, props to you. Real sports state there in Wisconsin. Yeah, thanks, Kick Your Face. I'm off of I'm using my iPhone, actually. Just a casual iPhone SE. nothing crazy. Can you do an impression of me? What, you from Wisconsin? First of all, thumbs up if you're hood. No. If you're hood, throw up this sign. If you're just like from Wisconsin, throw up this sign. And then I'll do an impression for you. Just playing, man. No discrimination. I don't know if I know. I mean, I could do a personality if we met and we had a Zoom call, public Zoom call or something. I could probably do something like that. Ultimately, no. It doesn't matter, man. If you're from Wisconsin's kind of like, we're from Wisconsin, don't you know? Like, you guys, go Packers. That was actually pretty legit. Hey, who ordered the Polish sausage? Who's got the Polish sausage? I think Aaron Rodgers should stay another year. Oh my God, I kill myself with this stuff sometimes. You guys can throw anything out here you want to do. Anyways, it's go pack, go or die. Basically, fuck the Bears. Don't care much for the Lions. And I don't care about the Vikings either. It's all about the cheese. You know what I mean? Psych. Seahawks. You know what time it is? Baby. Yeah, pretty close. I'm clowning. I love everybody. I love the diversity. I've traveled a lot away. It is what it is. Yeah, anyways, fuck anything I'm saying. I'm telling you guys, I've been on a lot of epic space calls. I hope somebody recorded that space call today. It was fucking awesome. They just went over so many things. So many amazing questions were asked. That's what the shit's all about. That's what the community is all about. So I'll try to just retweet that if it's a recorded call. I went in there and just did some stupid 8 shit. Like they invited me up to ask a very serious question, and I was like, I got on the space call mic. People were like, what? Like one lady was like, your mic might be breaking up. I was like, yeah. Yeah, the reception is tough in the jungle I'm from. Yeah. It is what it is. I feel so blessed to be in this play. I literally stumbled across it. No one told me about it. Got conviction. Yeah. We get, it just kind of steamrolls. We just kind of find it somewhere along the line. We seem to all enter a stock for a completely different but similar reason. So, hundreds and bananas and gorillas, if you just kind of, you went into AMC knowing it was deeper than just like a big upside play, but you started a little bit more financially based only than you might have be at now. Because now, I'm not saying it's emotional or personal. It's more just like you've got this overwhelming confidence that's just like, they can't shake me. Like, that's how I feel. GME, shoutouts GME, earning call tomorrow, big news. Let's not get it twisted. GameStop is an animal beast, if not the original animal beast. I believe AMC to be the most shorted stock out there, period, even though the float is, so much smaller with GME. But I'm not knocking, man. I'm going to get a modest chunk of both of these things and, ride. Like, I'm already big AMC. I want to accumulate GameStop too before it runs super heavy. But I just support that community 1000%. I love video games. I grew up on it too. Haven't been playing for the past couple years, but man, I remember playing the original Zelda on the floor on Nintendo, and little Link crawling up to the wall, putting the bomb by the wall, and a little hole opens up. You go in. Shit, man, I'm OG Contra. Up, up, down, down, left, right, BA, select, start. I've got lots of men. I'm coming at you. What do you young bucks know about that? Shot-Town, second time around. Hey, shout out Leetard. Love Chicago. Loved Chicago music since I was little. Shout out Nishan. Nishan, I always loved like Do or Die. There's a lot of Do or Die was kind of more my generation. Psychodrama. And then the more modern drill stuff too. I'm not an advocate of violence amongst our people per se, but music is music, and I love a lot of the influence that Chicago and old jazz from Chicago has had too. Yeah, man. Do you wanna ride in the backseat of a caddy, chopping up with the wood? That shit was P.I. That shit blew up. Like even where I was out west growing up, like trust me, that stuff is still. I'll still slap that. It's amazing. That's Below Zero, AK, and Nard. Look them up. Do or Die. Chicago rap group out of West Chicago. Fire. Yeah, P-I-M-P, ology, but logically, B learning these biology, but obviously, well. I think people just thought it was Twista. Twista's filthy too. 30 Lives Contra, you know what it is. Give me a Pac telling Kenny G it's West Side. I thought about that so much. Like, the Hit 'em Up video. Somebody needs to do a re-edit of the video with Pac. You could put DFV on there. You could put anyone's face on there. Put Jackson's face on there on the Pac and just have him be like, what you turn the click you play. Just coming at Kenny. That's funny. Yeah, I'm also a fan of lots of different style of music. When you grow up in the Northwest, like as an adult, I was Southwest for a while, so you get like a lot of gangster rap music influence and stuff. But then you go to the Northwest, it really started to expand for me. Jimi Hendrix, Nirvana, so many amazing bands, so many different styles of music I'm into. So it is what it is. Yeah, Mac Dre, my Bay family, love music. I'm a big music nut, big fan of so many different genres too. So yeah, it is what it is. 8 Mile, not the Detroit side. Oh my God, man. Detroit is so raw. Shout outs to Michigan. Yeah, where you at? Where you from? Where your grandma stay? Yeah. Oh yeah, what's that? That's the Kendrick. Where your grandma from? Home on. It's wild like that. AMC. Tomorrow. No price predictions. Never. Yeah, maybe there's a little bleep, maybe at the beginning. He said no under 18. Wolf, no, Mike's whiskey, no under. I don't have a drink tonight. Should I pour a drink? You guys want me to pour a drink? Oh, I lost some followers talking about my musical preferences. Why is no one addressing the fact Astro and his gaming devs have reverse engineered the algorithm being used to suppress the AMC? I just was talking about it, man. You're late, bruh. I just had a segment on how special I think that was. Oh yeah, okay. You're just saying other personality. I don't. Whatever anyone else does is what it is. I've publicly gone on Twitter, Nishan, and reached out. I will reach out and say what you're doing is amazing. Like I reached out to. No, you're good, my guy. I didn't expect you to be here the whole time. I reached out and I posted it. I was like, Astro, I'll retweet it. These guys are doing crazy shit. These guys are unraveling the monstrosity that is this stock market and this web of deception that is woven by this savage black widow that is modern financial markets. You get some young super geniuses, probably with a bong and a guitar, that's could be working for NASA, just chilling on a live stream. Fuck it, I figured it out. This is fucking crazy. This is fucking nuts. I can't believe what I'm seeing here. I'm gonna do Astro in my 2.0 impressions. in short, it's a fucking code. It's a fucking algorithm. Yeah, these guys are figuring this shit. These guys are math geniuses. I myself am not a math genius. So I have to look a little bit deeper to try to find these patterns and even understand what these guys are talking about. But believe you me, I'm smart enough to absorb this information, let it sink into the deepest parts of my cerebrum and cerebellum, and do some shit. Yeah. So like you said, Nishan Keith, he was actually saying like if it's between 10 orders up and 10 under, within that frame, that bracket, you can predict where it's going to go because they use codes, numeric. It's nuts. Yeah, he's from like Boston or New York or something. So, Sam is just like, fuck you. It's funny. It's like, if you subscribe to that guy's channel, it says like, fuck you. It's fucking awesome. I love that guy. Yeah, I can't wait. I hope that guy is down to do a stream someday or something. But you guys tell me what I should fuck with here, man. I got some Canadian local. I don't know. This is some gin. This is some bomb gin here. So let me see if I can find some tonic water, because that's what the doctor ordered. If I don't have any tonic water, I'm fucked. Maybe I just gotta do a lemon in there. Maybe just pour it raw. Hang on with me, y'all. Maybe I'll just go savage. Oh, let's make a drink. Let's make a drink, guys. Don't trip out. I'm gonna make a drink. Hold on. I'm gonna pour it up for you too. So, I got this. I used to be a bartender when I was younger. We got that right there. That was a dangerous place for me, bartending, because it allows you to, be around a bunch of goons, really. Here it is. So we got some gin here. I'm just gonna free pour the gin. This is over ice here, so that's probably about 2 or 3 ounces of gin. Get some good gin. What kind of gins are really good? That's up to you. Fortunately, I live in a place where there's some really unique new breweries. And then I just got some lemon. So I got some lemon here. And I'm just squeezing the lemon with ice and gin. So like maybe half a lemon, even a full lemon will work. Then I'm just gonna cap that up here. And I'm just gonna shake it up. Fast money, Brazilian. Sorry about that sound there, but I'm shaking that up there. You never want to over shake it. But I'll just pop that. I'm just gonna pop that over here. My bad, y'all. I'm in the kitchen right now. Let me get myself a glass here. I don't need anything fancy. This motherfucker doesn't want to come out. That's why I used to be a bartender. Hold on. Shit, man. How'd I fuck that up that bad? Fuck it. I'll get to that one later. This works just as good. Crazy, man. Y'all still here? That didn't work, man. My shit got jammy. So here's what I'm gonna do. Pour the gin into the glass that's on ice. 2 ounces. Doesn't make much of a difference. Get yourself a lemon. I'm real simple with my drinks. I don't need fancy drinks. I like simple ones with not a lot of sugar in them. Because when you put a lot of sugar in the drinks, that's when you start getting the hangovers, man. So that's just that lemon squeeze. It will symbolize the short squeeze. Beaten, not stirred. Exactly. I'm not James Bond. Nobody said I was James Bond. I got that bitch. Oh, yeah. All right. So there we go. Clean up my mess. Don't be shocked if my wifey comes home and like, what are you doing? Looks like I'm filming a freaking documentary in my kitchen. Just give me a Bud Light. Can't do mixed drinks. I'm a lightweight. Nothing wrong with not drinking at all. I'm just trying to have a party with y'all. A lot of lemon in there. Oh my God, that's so bomb. Holy crap. Holy crap, that tastes good. That's crazy. Anyways, let's get back to business here. Fails to deliver. What is an FTD, guys? If you know what an FTD is, throw up a banana in the chat, maybe a drink. I haven't had an ounce of booze since my 4-year-old son was born. Congratulations. Triggered. If you want me to stop drinking right now, Charlie, if it's at all triggering in any way, I'll put this shit away. Yeah, so fails to deliver. Basically, FTDs, this is what they've been doing. They've just been not paying their shares back like that they owe, and just kicking the can and trying to use, hide the fact that they're, basically in cahoots about this. But, time ticks. It's like a sand through the hourglass. Eventually it runs out no matter what type of bullshit you try to play. Yeah, thanks, Charlie. It's all good. I should, I'm learning about this public streaming thing. Not everybody can handle just drinking and stuff like that. I smoked cigarettes for a long time. For some reason, I quit cold turkey, and then it's just like, I don't need them anymore. But yeah, to each their own. You don't have to drink or smoke or do anything to kick it. I'm just going to have a quick one here. Shakaka. Ace Ventura 2. Shakaka. Or whatever, he's a guano. That's how I picture the shorts. Who's seen Ace Ventura 2? When he's fighting the Watutu and they throw the spear in one of his legs and he's like, and then they throw it in his other leg, he's like, That's how I feel the shorts. AMC, GME, why doesn't somebody do that? Like, AMC. That's how they're fucked right now, man. Sober 14 months. Yeah, man. Congrats. Congrats to you. Everybody that's gotten away from, any of their vices, whether that's gambling, whatever you're addicted to, shout outs to you for persevering and keeping yourself away from the things that don't do good for you. That's important, regardless of what that is. For me, I've had to let go a lot of things. Booze isn't one of them that I've ever had a real issue with, but there's a lot of things that I have, and I'll admit it that it is what it is, man. And I don't take that shit lightly. Anyways, yeah, FTDs, that's been one thing. Cryptocurrency is now becoming so apparent that it's used for liquidity that it's absolutely almost hilarious. I mean, Bitcoin ran past 50K like it was nothing last week. And then all of a sudden, right in a long weekend, it's a huge dump. And then every single thing in the world market goes to absolute red blood except for AMC, and GME holds the line basically. Whatever else goes up, these little pseudo meme stonks or whatever they call them, what the fuck? Get out of here. You can't fool a freaking, you can't fool somebody who's been through so much shit. I think that's what this is. We've been through so much that you're trying to lift the veil over the eyes of somebody who's, came out of the womb like on some Neo shit. You know what I mean? I've always been on some deep shit. So you can't just all of a sudden come with this and think that I don't understand that the world's been working on manipulation since day one. That's insane. And I'm not trying to do some super Jason Bourne shit here. I'm just buying the stock that I like, stocks I like, holding them, and seeing what I believe is going to happen. That's fucking it. Pardon my French. Had to let go of supermodels. Yeah, Wolf Knife, you really had to let go of the entire Victoria's Secret, lineup there of models that you had in your, just busting through your freaking DMs. I know how that feels, and I'm sorry that you had to give up all that. I've been watching YouTube channels. This is Nashawn Davenport. Out of Chicago, Illinois. I've been watching YouTube channels, the fuck with precious metals and not AMC GME, yeah, and they have been weirded out by the fact that the reverse repo can't be tracked where it's being used. Very interesting. Yeah, the reverse repo. So now it seems that banking, big banks have been kind of abusing, not abusing, but taking advantage of the fact that the veil is lifted over the eyes of so many. For me to sit here and think that I'm the be-all, end-all, know-all in my Seahawks vest and my backwards hat, post age 35 years old, is probably hilarious. Like if somebody came in here that was some real super high level stock analyst, they'd be like, what does this guy know? He's just a goon. But I tell you what I do know is that me holding the AMC, I believe gives me just as much financial power as possibly my house, or more. And that's crazy. So for an analyst to come here and try to, a negative analyst per se, speak their bare thesis to me about this company's not making money. Theaters, what about the next variant? What about I was buying in AMC in the height of COVID-19, so what are you going to say? What are you going to say? People aren't watching movies? I mean, Shang-Chi or, 10 Rings, that did record numbers, guys. I mean, I can't wait to see it, but it did insane amounts. Everyone was saying that was the shit, that movie, and that's just the tip of the movie icebergs. If you're a fundamental investor, AMC, if they put it all in front of you and showed you what they did year over year and the movies that were coming out and the sentiment and the amount that is being spent per person walking through the theater door is all-time highs. It's a 100-plus-year-old American institution, let alone a movie theater. So it's limitless where it could go. So that's just my 2 cents on that. You guys let me know how you feel about that. Good times tonight. I got really good vibes. It's a lot of fun. I'm excited about pre-market. Work for Aldi increase their portfolio by 30%. The Joker's firm. Yeah. The writing's on the wall, man. I love documentaries. Nashan says, I love documentaries. I feel like I'm living through one that's happening in real time. And all the investigating info sharing the apes are doing correct. It's as if we're like living out this movie. Jackson alluded to that in one of the calls earlier today. He was like, I feel like it's a movie that I'm just part of this plot that's kind of already unfolded. And we're just witnessing it happen between our eyes, whether that's documentary or feature film. That's excellently put, young man. I mean, who knows what's next? That's what's also kind of like exciting about it is like the danger, It's like, what I'm saying? That little element of like feeling like, you have something that most of the world has no idea. It's like being called onto the ark. If you're biblical. Yikes. No politics, no religion, no financial advice, but yikers. I still got 10K of debt from hard drug addiction. Come on. You know what? I'm not laughing at you, man. Work your way through it, brother. I've seen people, I know people that have passed away because of those addictions, let alone have 10K of debt. So if you're here, you're above water, and you're fighting for back to where your goals are, you got my back 100%, man. You can hit me up anytime. Follow me on Twitter at GorillaWestGIC. If any of you guys need support, that's my Twitter handle right there, and you guys can hit me up. It's all good. Funny thing is, 6K of that is to the Bank of America, and they may go out of business from MOAS. Buying AMC and Jimmy might be like... You're shorting the company that you owe money to, like, just by being bullish on those stocks. Yeah, Skinny. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate the honesty. CA, what's good? Prayer emojis. Shout outs to you. We're doing good things in here. We're having a really good time. Tomorrow, I see on my ticker here, I can see what's cycled through other YouTubers' videos that have come up here. And it's amazing how many people are just like all eyes on this, all focus on this. You can make a video about whatever you want in the financial world, but none of them will hit like an AMC video or a GME video. So yeah, it can be hard to siphon through who's really got the right intentions. But, in my heart of hearts, I think most people actually do have really good intentions and are really trying to spread good information, not propaganda or self-perpetuated information for their own good. I fully believe in this stock, and I'm not worried if other people don't, like, there's millions of people out there that are haters, but it is what it is. I'm not asking any of them to convert, I mean, I don't care. Like, we got who we got, and it's all good. Lee Tart said, Wes, you were on my Oprah. You're gonna share, and you're gonna share. Just kidding. Just kidding. The shorts haven't covered, Mike, and that's correct. The shorts, have not covered. Ultimately, that's what this comes down to. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna end this one. You guys have been great. Thank you so much. We will see you guys early. Let's do it. Let's do what we got to do. Not financial. Hi. I was until you came.